Floating up by a crown point as we inhale, and we sink as we exhale. Okay, let's inhale and gather our energy. Okay. Inhale, imagine our abdomen getting really big, and exhale, it expands. But while we're filling our abdomen, we're also filling our lungs. So it's a big breath, and it's an exhale. Exhale down. Okay. Getting stance. Okay. So up or downward. So we're going to let all of our energy go to the earth. And of course, as we expand, we imagine this big balloon in front of us, over the top and down. But what I want you to do this week as you're doing up or downward, imagine as we're expanding forward, it's moving, the energy is moving up through your spine to the top of your head and then down the channel, the same channel that we talked about. So as we inhale, it's going up and up and up the channel, back to the top of your crown point. As you come around, it's moving down, it's starting to move down. And then it goes to the ears. And by the time you're here, it has gotten to your middle dantian. And then it goes down to your lower dantian. So it's an inhale, it's coming up your spine. Imagine it's coming up your spine and to the top of your skull, down to your upper dantian and around your ears, down to your throat, and then coming down your throat, it's coming to your middle dantian, and then it continues to go down, down, down to your lower dantian. So it's an inhale over the top, and it's exhaling. So to keep the exhale in the right, so that it's all one even thing, actually what you could imagine is as it's coming down, imagine that you've got like maple syrup or honey or something, and it's like a coin dropping down into your dantian, because that's what it does. So let's inhale, up, over, and the top. So this week we're just going to work on, when we do our upward downward, thinking about that one inner energy channel, if for better, like a best word, that's what's happening. And it's good to reinforce it with the sitting meditation, imagining it, or playing meditation, a prone meditation. So, okay, inhale. And exhale. Okay, let's do a transition to inward outward. Inhale. Exhale. But this one, we still want to imagine this big balloon, expanding, everything expanding from our dantian out to the universe. We want to continue to imagine that. If you want to think about the channel, it's going up your spine, up your spine, up your spine, up to the crown point, and then starting coming back down the front to the dantian. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So let's go into play the pea pod instead of raised hands. We do it the same way. We gather our energy, step on an angle, and then gather your energy, step straight forward, and then you're going to sink into play the pea pod. And when you sink to play the pea pod, you bring your forward foot in. And you could either be on your toe or flat, but 99% of your weight should be on your back foot so that when you inhale, you can pivot your foot. You got to keep this straight. Exhale down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, imagine a big balloon under your elbow, raising that up, and exhale. But you literally, your body does twist so that you are looking at that side wall and then coming back. Inhale and exhale. So to exchange sides, it's the same thing as raised hands. We're going to step, change door, gather your energy, then step straight forward, gather all of your energy, and then you split and bring your front foot to close to your back foot, and then you're going to inhale and exhale, keeping that. So you want to straighten your hands as much as you can. This is all like quite straight. Okay. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So practice some with a mirror, Emily, because you're not keeping this hand in stationary.
Okay.
You're making it a little bit like that. And what you really need to do is keep it right where it is. It's one of their being in space. We have a lot of that in Tai Chi. Okay, so get out. We're going to do the same transition. We do it in single hands. So you're going to do half of your Tai Chi circle, and then you're going to step on that outside, and then you do the end to the center, palms to you, and we're doing Tai Chi stance. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So George did something interesting with me today, and I'm going to do it with you. So the inward, outward. So you could go up and do in, outward, and come in, come into your middle Dan Chien where we just were. Makes a much smaller one. So you're imagining that this expansion all the way around you, 360 degrees, comes from your middle Dan Chien. It's all coming back. Inhale. Exhale. Somehow or other, this was really strong when I first did it with George. It's just another thing that you can do. Okay, let's just stay in Tai Chi stance for a minute here. Okay, so now I'm going to transfer into the ball. So all you do is you take this ball that you've got in front of you, and you're going to bring the ball to the side. So we're going to do Tai Chi split. Step straight forward and exhale as you split. I'm going to sidestep this. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Maybe what you want to think about is when you exhale here, as soon as you start inhaling, which would be right here, that's when this hand, the lower hand, has to start following. You're still a little late on that lower hand. And you have these one ball splitting into two. So you've got to remember and feel that ball in that lower hand. So one way to do that is when you split and you're going forward, press, you can sort of press back on this. And then you're going to start inhaling. It's got to start following when you start inhaling so that it comes around and they're all together in one. Exhale. Start inhaling and let it start following. Okay, one more time. Exhale. And now we're going to go right into brushed knee. So keep this hand up. Bring this one around to the brushed knee and sink. Exhale. Change door. Inhaling here. Exhale. When you get right back in the middle, you start inhaling and start changing your hands as you inhale so that you're ready to exhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now let's do, as we inhale, let's get a ball. So you do that by, you bring this over here, turn this over, you've now got your ball, side step, let's report, and now you can exhale with a split. I had it wrong, I'm sorry. So busy talking. Okay, let's go into brushed knee. Exhale. Exhale. So now let's go into the ball. The way you do that is just you do this, and now you got your ball. Split. I basically want to do this to show you that they are the same footing. It's almost the same motion where you go forward as you exhale and you start inhaling here. Let's go into brushed knee. You're exhaling. And when you start inhaling, you're back here, your hands have got to start moving too. Exhale. We're starting to inhale, our hands are starting to move. Exhale. Inhale, my hands are starting to move. Okay, let's go forward one step. Okay, exhale, we're going to take a step forward. And now let's straighten our knee because we've got to take a step backward. Take a step forward. Straighten your back foot, step back. Okay, let's go into single hand attaching. Okay. So I want to show you a couple things about single hand attaching and ward off that I think we've talked about last week. I meant to if I didn't. And that is the count for gathering this energy that you have in this front hand. So the way we do that is that we go down, our count is 1, 2, we go up by the crown point, so we're floating up. But you don't want to lose 1. You want to imagine that you've got down and up. So that's 1 and 2. I've got it all. Then I'm going to do the side to side. Like when I come up, I'm getting all of the sides to me. So I'm getting all the energy from both sides. So I'm filling this up. And then I'm going to expand a little bit and get energy front and behind me. So I can imagine this whole thing's a ball. It's a big ball. It's not just, when we started learning this, it wasn't, we talked about just having a ball here. But now what I'm saying to you, you've got your energy field all the way around through your upper dantian, middle dantian. So it is 1, I'm getting the energy from above. 2, I'm getting energy from above. 1 below. 2 above the sky, 3 the sides to sides, 4 it's getting really big. Now I'm getting front and back, so I've got this 360-degree sphere around me. 5 I'm sort of contracting it a little bit, and 6 I go forward. So it is 1, 2, 3 the sides, 4 it's getting bigger front and back. 5 I contract a little bit, and 6 I go forward. So it's done quickly, but I want you to, I don't know that I really want you to practice trying to feel up and the down, side to side, front and back. Feel it all sort of contract a little bit and then feel it go. So when we do ward off, it's the same thing. It's 1, you feel the bottom. 2, I'm going to the top. I'm trying to feel top and bottom. 3, I'm getting my sides. 4, I'm getting my front and back. 5, I'm contracting it a little bit. And 6, I'm letting it go. So it's the same count. You got to do it very, very slowly to try to feel the earth, try to feel the sky and the earth, try to feel the north and the east and the west, try to feel the north and the south, try to get it all contracted, which is 5. You've got so much energy here that when you explode it, you could get right into, it's just going to explode for you. Okay. So in your practice, go back to that beginning and do that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 count in single hand attach and single and ward off. And the reason why I'm really, because when it happens, you see Master doing it on Sunday, he basically, when he's getting into the single hand, he's just like this, and he's in it. But what he has done is he's gotten the earth and the sky and the sides and the front and the back. He's just done it all at once, but he's doing it really quick. In fact, when we did the vertical, just so we're up here and we start doing the vertical, we're doing this slowly and we're trying to imagine it all. But what we're really, that was all training. It was all very, very good training. I don't suggest you give it up. You can still practice it. But what you're really doing is when you're doing this, you're doing that whole vertical. So we could practice, let's practice this for a little bit. So we're in single hand attaching. We're going to do a change door. So you're going to change door. This hand is going to do the vertical and it's going to come up and get all of that energy there. Don't forget you put the Tai Chi ball down on your other side, one that's low. You want to feel that Tai Chi ball. So when we change door, this is coming down, but this foot is going to do the vertical and it's going to gather all of that energy and be forward. So you have it there. So this could be so meditative, just doing this back and forth. You really want to try to start feeling how you get. But in order to feel it, Emily, you really have to go back to that training of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's a really good training. George had me about maybe a couple months ago, go back to the basic and just do that training one whole week. And that's what I did. And it just brings back the feeling. It made it even stronger doing that. So I wanted to share that with you. Okay. So I want to do a series of starting with grass sparrow's tail in 4 directions, and then the last other 3 forms. And I don't know why I can't think. Oh, we're going to do grass sparrow's tail, and we're going to do lean forward and stork spreads wing and brush knee and play the pea pod. So we're going to just do those last, because pretty soon we're going to be adding that to ward off, roll back, press push, and we're going to be getting into starting to get the long form pulled together. But let's just do grass sparrow's tail in 4 directions. We're going to go to your left, my right first. Okay. Talking so much. Inhale, exhale. So inhale with okay, let's get your left Tai Chi ball. Compress. Grab it, bring it back, angle your foot, put your weight on the right foot, straight out with the left foot, exhale into ward off, roll back, press, push, let's change directions. So we're ward off, now we're to the back wall. Inhaling, gather your energy, press, push, inhale, exhale, raise your heel. Swing your arm around, ward off to the your right wall. Gather your energy, press, push, exhale. Let's face each other again. Ward off, let it go. Inhale, gather your energy. Forward. Inhale and exhale. Okay, so now the next one we're going to do lean forward. So just come in and get in position and step and inhale and exhale. Let's do a couple steps like this. So let's go forward again. Step. Inhale and exhale. We can go back. To raise your feet. Inhale and exhale. I don't know how to go back. George did it. I forgot how to do it. Inhale and exhale. Let's go into single head attaching and take a couple steps backwards. All right, so that we did change door, but let's do it forward and back. So we're gonna, let's take, inhale, angle your front foot and take a step forward. Let's take another step forward. Oh, I didn't do that good. Okay, get your weight on forward, let's step back. Weights on your front foot, a step back again. Okay, so then we had stork spreads wings. So we start stork spreads wings by, let's do another hands attaching. And then we're going to bring our foot in and our hand on, don't touch your elbow, but close your elbow. And you're going down. And then you're going to inhale, go across with an exhale. Inhale, this is another one, but 99% of your weight should be on your back foot. Exhale, inhale and split. Exhale and inhale. Let's do it one more time. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, and inhale. Okay, so to change door, let's change door and get into single hand attaching. And get into single hand whip, sink, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale down, inhale up, exhale across, inhale, down, let's change door, get into single hand attaching, single hand whip, that's stork spreads wings. Hands attaching, changing door, stork spreads wings. Okay, and the way we go right into brush knee, we're here. Step forward, you see, and do brush knee, change door, brush knee, change door. Let's do Taiji split, think of the name. Brush knee. Okay, let's come to center. Okay, so as Master Liao said, I think he said it on Sunday, he says it quite often, that we go as slow and fast, big and small, high and low. I mean, there's all kinds of way to practice. So I did that pretty fast today. But when you're really learning it at the beginning, the slower you do it, the better you are. It'll be, I'll take a sip too. There's one other form on the sheet I skipped over. That's not really a form, but our movements can be, really, really big, and we talked about them getting really, really small. And the idea is that one of the classics is we go from no form to no form. And so what we started out Tai Chi, we had no form. And we've been practicing and practicing all these forms. But what's going to happen, I think I mentioned to you before, we're going to get to the point where we can have the same energy without actually doing the form itself. So, but the form is just training, and we go to form. So one of the forms on your sheet is called raised hands stance. Raised hands posture, excuse me. And so this is the beginning of no form. And what this is we get into raised hands, and you want to get into it. And as I had said, you're going to be like 70–80% of your weight on your back foot. In raised hand posture, you're going to actually get a little bit more centered. And what you're trying to do in getting into this posture is start feeling your upper Da Qian connection and actually your tailbone to the earth. You can move yourself around a little bit, and there's going to be a spot, if you're really focusing, that you're just going to click. And that's going to be the spot where you are so tuned into the universe that all you want to do is stand still. The posture is a meditation, a pure, still meditation. I say still, we're not still, because even though we're not moving, we're imagining that we've got this energy that's flowing up, and we're imagining the energy coming down. We're imagining that that's happening, but in fact it's not. But we still want to feel it. So it's a very it's meditative, because we still want to feel that energy. So when we're doing raised hands, not only do we feel this energy, the abdomen expanding, this ball expanding, you have a smaller ball, we've got all these balls expanding, and we're floating up to our crown point, and we're sinking down to the earth. We've got all that stuff happening at once, and we're feeling all that. So when we do the raised hand posture, we want to try our best. First of all, we have to get right in the right spot, and then we want to try to feel all of those same feelings without moving. And you might have a little bit of movement, which is okay, because if you if you're really feeling it, you're going to want to feel, you want to go out, and if you restrain yourself by forcing yourself to stay absolutely still, you're counterproductive. So we might expand a little bit. I'm not suggesting that you don't do that, but you want to stay in this posture and feel everything that you felt in the raised hand stance. And when you finish doing that, we go in the other side exactly the same way as we did raised hand stance. And gather all that ball of energy, and then you're going to split that energy. And then what you want to do is find your spot. Wiggle yourself around until you just click, and it'll happen. And then you're going to want to start raised hand stance. You know, the posture, but feeling as if you wanted to, as if you got all the energy happening. So this is what raised hand posture is. If you've been wondering, if you've been looking at your sheet and wondering what that is, that's what it is. And when Barry taught us that, he said you stay in that position for 45 minutes. But of course, I never have. I mean, you stay in it for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, however long you feel like you'd like to stay in it. But it's a meditation. So I didn't want to just gloss over raised hand posture. It's the beginning of what we are going to be doing a lot on the third page of hardly moving at all in some of the postures. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do a part of the our flow practice. I'd like to do some single hand attaching and ward off, roll back, press, push, because we just didn't really do that today. Or maybe we'll just do roll back. We'll do roll back and single hand attaching, just those, and then we'll go into a ball practice. Okay. Okay, so inhale and exhale. Okay. So single hand attaching. Single hand. Okay. Let's bow. Okay. So, oh, yeah, that's good. Emily said that, and I want to point out something.
Okay.
So, when we're doing planting planting flying, it's
Yes.
we do the same compression, and then we go out. So when we're going out, we got to remember that we have this ball in our lower hand. So
Right.
we go out, you can sort of like push with this lower ball and get that feeling toward what you're looking for is like a spiraling up. So now we've got, get better so you can see these. So now I'm in an angle. This is going up 45 and this is going back 45. You don't really stretch your arms like that. I was just trying to exaggerate. So when you start this one going this way, this one has this, they're attached. These two balls are always attached. So this goes behind like that. And then when this starts coming around here, this one's starting to move up because they're attached. And you need to get this hand moving so that it's all even. So we're here. Hand, foot. So, okay, so so this is 45 degrees. This is attached, so this follows, and then you start coming around. Why am I'm changing sides? But the idea is, what I want you to start feeling is like you're pushing with that lower hand, you're pushing against that ball, and that's giving you the spiraling effect. And then when you start going across the sky, this hand is going across the earth behind. So it's behind you. So now I'm 45 degrees here, but I'm also, this one is 45 degrees back here. And then as this starts moving here, this one is starting to follow and it's coming up. So that this is, now they're attaching and they're getting closer and closer and closer. So they get to the other side, you've got one ball at the time. So you want to keep in mind that hand that's behind you. That's every bit as part of this form as the front hand is. It's very active. So here is where you miss. As you start coming, this is the lower hand is following. Follow, 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 and then unite, and then you do a compression. So you've got to always remember, try to remember both balls as being part of this form. The same thing is true when we're doing Tai Chi ball right and left split. This goes out and this comes back. You got two balls. And so that when this starts going forward here, this one's got to start moving because it's following, it's attached. You don't want to break that attachment. They belong together, so they have to move together. And that way, when you're over here, they're all together. What will happen when you're feeling this energy in both hands, what will happen is that you'll find that this ball sometimes wants to go all the way behind you. And this ball's got to be under it, so that you start feeling where that ball is going. It's so now at this point they're attaching. So I've said to you, this is an exhale. And when you get about to the center, you're starting to inhale. That's when this ball starts following. So this is an inhale, 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 and these two balls are connected. So when you're ready to come back here and start your compression, your exhale, they're already together. So